Hey, mamas, it's your girl Carrie, and welcome back to Mom Life, Career Life. Today, we're talking about one of my absolute favorite productivity hacks, the Power Hour. This is a trick that helps busy working moms like us get laser focused and actually move the needle on the things that really matter most, even when our time feels so scattered in a million different places. And here's the thing, your Power Hour only works if you actually give yourself the space to focus, which is why I created my tech timeout guide for moms. It's a free resource for you that's going to help you hit that pause on the constant dings, pings, and scrolls so that you can reclaim those precious minutes to really focus. Because let's be real, if you're checking your Instagram every 5 minutes, you're not really getting a power hour in. So grab it in the show notes, and I promise it's going to help you protect that secret little bubble of time that you carve out, whether it's in the morning before the kids wake up, during nap time, or while you're parked at soccer practice with your laptop. Now, let's jump in to today's episode. Are you feeling overwhelmed trying to juggle all the many hats you wear as a working mom? Do you want more quality time with your family without distraction of work and time alone to take care of yourself and your needs? Welcome to Mom Wife Career Life. I'm Carrie, a wife, mom of 3, and a recovering perfectionist. In this podcast, I will teach you how to create balance in your life by implementing healthy habits, organizing your home and your schedule, being intentional with your time and in your relationships, and most importantly, how to start putting your needs first because no one can pour from an empty cup. Grab that second cup of coffee, or if you're anything like me, your third. It's time to dive into today's episode of Mom Wife Career Life. Today, we're talking about a power hour. And what is it? It is simply a short, focused burst of time, about 60 minutes, that's why it's called an hour, that you dedicate to high priority tasks without distractions. Think of it as your personal productivity sprint. No scrolling, no just folding one more load of laundry, no distractions, just you and 1 or 2 really important tasks. And here's the best part. Your power hour doesn't have to be this one neat little chunk of time. You can do 1 full power hour or 2 30-minute sessions, or even 4 15-minute sprints if that is what works in your season of life. I'm in the season of life where my kids sleep in and they don't really need my help to get up and get dressed in the morning. So for me, my power hour is in the morning before my kids wake up. There's just magic in those quiet pre-dawn minutes. You can actually hear your own thoughts, a rarity in mom life. And I use this time for the things that require my freshest brain power. For me, it's when I plan my content. And lately it's been working on my time management course that, God willing, I will be launching just in time to get all you set up for crushing your New Year's goals. But you can use that time for any goal you have, working out, reading a book, something that lights you up. And although I really only like to focus on my day job work during working hours, if you have a really busy day or you need to get some personal stuff done during the day, you can totally use that time too to get your work done. Even 20 minutes of progress in the morning sets a tone of just accomplishment that's going to carry you throughout the rest of your day. And if your kids are still young, then nap time is the absolute holy grail for productivity. And I will caveat this to say that if you have a newborn, nap time should be your power hour to catch up on your sleep. This is just a season, and you mamas need your rest. You have plenty of time to be productive when your kids have a better sleeping schedule. But if your kids are sleeping through the night and still taking naps during the day, then nap time is the absolute perfect time to not waste it doing chores. You could do that when the kids are awake, like folding laundry while they play next to you. I want you to protect this time block for the things that move you forward, whether that's working on your business, finally scheduling all those doctor's appointments, get your mammogram, or using it for self-care, because there's nothing wrong with taking a bubble bath while your baby sleeps. That's the great thing about monitors. Another great time for a power hour is after bedtime. And this is not something I could speak to because for me, my brain is just done at night. I don't want to think. I just want to wind down, relax, chill. But as a time management coach and working with so many moms, I've learned how differently we are all built. I still teach clients how to wake up earlier and get some quiet time in the morning because it is really such a game changer when it comes to mental health and creating that balance. It is the first domino in your day, and it is so important. It sets that tone, but some moms, they are more energized at the end of the day once your babies are asleep. And if that's you, then use time at night. Tie up those loose ends, tackle something creative, make your list of your top 3 things you want to prioritize the next day, and hopefully it does allow you to sleep easier. But for me, it would just wake me up and make my mind race even more. But like I said, we are all built differently, and that's what makes us awesome. Another great time for power hour is between your kids' activities. Those 60 minutes of practice, music lessons, tutoring sessions, They can be gold if you stop seeing them as waiting time and start seeing them as working time. Keep a running list on your phone of small but meaningful tasks that you can do from your laptop or even on paper while you're parked in your car or on your phone because you're going to be on your phone anyway. But bonus, you're modeling focus and resourcefulness to your kids even without saying a word. Michael's golf practice is only an hour and it sometimes takes me 20 minutes to get there. So by the time I get home, I just have to turn around and go back. So I sit there and I use that time to work on my side business and on my podcast stuff. So what do you actually do during this time? Think of your power hour as your runway to move forward, not just to maintain your life. So household management, this is a big one, and it's why I put it first on my list. If you take that to-do list and you organize it in a way that you can group light items together and batch your tasks, like all the administrative stuff you need to do, meal planning, place the food order, pay bills, schedule appointments, update your family calendar, or batch all your errands like pick up the dry cleaning, pick up a prescription, drop off an Amazon return. A power hour can be your most productive time of day. When you batch these tasks, you prevent them from sneaking into every corner of your week and you bang them all out in one go. And when you get all your bills paid, all your Amazon returns dropped off, all your family's doctor's appointments scheduled, it's just such an annoying weight lifted, or at least for me. The medical bills were an absolute killer this summer. I have a high deductible, and between my ER visit and all the tests I had to get done, and every doctor that administered a test, read my scans, touched a chart, I had a different bill for. And of course, with insurance, I had to analyze everyone to make sure I wasn't being overcharged. It was such a chore, and I had to use those power hours here and there to really tackle them. And side note, in case you didn't listen every week, I'm totally fine. I had a bit of a health scare in the beginning of the summer, and it turns out it was all stress and probably perimenopause and hormonal changes. So look out for that time of life, mamas. But I'm all good. It just took a lot of administrative tasks that I thankfully, hopefully banged out in my power hours. Another thing you could use your power hour for is work projects. Instead of spending an entire day working on work, get specific. Draft that client proposal, prep for your meeting, or tackle that annoying project you've been avoiding. Or like you just did, batch your tasks and use that 1 hour to bang out all the emails you have to send, all the phone calls you have to make, all the things you need to organize. 1 hour of undivided focus can really get you further than 3 hours of half distracted multitasking. Another thing is your side hustle or your passion project. If you dream of transitioning out of your job, out of the corporate world, or building something that's yours, these hours are absolute gold. Use them to take a virtual course, record your first podcast, reach out to me if that's something that's on your heart. I would love to help you through that. Brainstorm your product ideas or map out even just your next step. Think of each power hour as another brick lead in building your future. And here's another important one. Use your power hour for your self-care and wellness. I touched on this a little bit before, but a power hour doesn't always have to be about productivity. Sometimes it's about filling your cup, powering up your energy, recharging your battery. That might mean doing a yoga session. Maybe you're going to whip out that journal and start writing for the first time. Maybe you just want to read a book or go to therapy. There is absolutely no shame in talking to someone. I can't stress how important your mental health is, especially as your hormones start changing, when you're losing sleep, when you're stressing out about your kids. It can be such a game changer. Or even just taking a bath, or if you can't take a bath, even just taking a long, hot shower without interruption. Everyone knows my weekend mornings. This is my absolute holy grail of my weekend. Don't come near my bathroom. Do not disturb me. I have my absolute best thoughts and ideas in the shower, especially on the weekends when I'm not in a rush to get up and get out. I have the luxury because my kids are a little older, but when they were younger, they would be right outside the bathroom door, sticking their cute little fingers under the door. It was the absolute cutest thing, and I would go back to that time in a heartbeat. But when I was in that season and they were doing that and I just wanted to be alone, it did annoy the crap out of me. But I promise you, it is just a season. Enjoy it. The fact that your kids want to spend all this time with you, eat it up, because once they get older, that time becomes less and less. And I promise you, your uninterrupted shower time will come soon enough, and you will be missing these moments just as much as I do. But regardless of what you do for self-care, you need to do something for yourself, because when your cup is empty, everyone else feels it. And the key to a power hour is choosing tasks that matter most. Those things that you keep saying you don't have time for, but that would make your life a lot lighter and easier if you just got them done. So how do you make power hour effective? Because let's be real, a power hour is only powerful if you protect it, if you set boundaries around it. So here's a few quick tips. First, pick your focus ahead of time. If you wait until the power hour starts to decide what to do, you'll waste the first 15 minutes scrolling your mental to-do list. So instead, the night before or first thing in the morning, pick the one task you want to complete. Write it down somewhere visible so when the timer starts, you're ready to dive in. Second, remove distractions. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb, shut down tabs you don't need, and let your family know that you're unavailable for the next 60 minutes or whatever time frame you use, unless something is on fire or someone is bleeding. Because distraction is the biggest thief of productivity. Guard your focus like it's your Target Starbucks cup. And if you can't focus at home, then head to a coffee shop. Sometimes productivity needs a change of scenery. If you're drained at home or just distracted by all the things your brain thinks you should be doing at home, grab your laptop and hit the coffee shop. The buzz and the energy can be so inspiring and motivating. Or if you want to just recharge while you work, sit outside in a park. You're pairing your progress with fresh air. It's like multitasking, but in a really good way. Next, set a timer. A simple kitchen timer or your phone timer or an alarm app totally works. Knowing the clock is ticking creates an urgency in your brain. It shifts your brain into game mode, and suddenly you're racing the clock to see how much you can get done in that time. And spoiler, it's usually a lot way more than you think. So when you focus, if you're going to use your phone, just make sure that when you set your phone timer that you don't get distracted by all the social media bubbles telling you that you have some sort of notification or just reading texts that have come in on a group chat. My tech timeout guide will really help you with this one. And sometimes that's why it's better to use a kitchen timer, because you can't help but get distracted by your phone when you pick it up. And if you do end up on social media, before you know it, 10 minutes fly by and you end up totally forgetting why you picked up your phone in the first place, or at least that's what always happens to me. And last, celebrate your wins. Whether you finished a small project, you cleared out your inbox, or you finally scheduled that dentist appointment, just pause to acknowledge it. Too often, we just roll right into the next task without giving ourselves credit. But when you celebrate, even with something small like a check mark, which I love that gratification off of that check mark, doing a little happy dance or a piece of chocolate, which I love too, you reinforce the habit and you make it more likely that you'll stick to your power hours long term. So find that pocket of time, whether it's morning, nap time, carpool wait, or even splitting that power hour into two, and claim it as your power hour. Write down the one thing you'll tackle, set a timer, and see what you can get done when you give yourself permission to focus. Because here's the truth. You don't need more hours in a day, although we all wish we had them. You just need to use the ones that you've got with more intention. All right, Mama, I hope this episode inspired you to grab back time for the things that matter most. If you try out a power hour this week, DM me on Instagram and let me know how it goes. I will celebrate your wins with you. And if you don't already follow the show, take a second and hit that follow button so you never miss another episode. Sending you so much love and light. Until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Carrie Pat. Before you go, if you found this podcast helpful, I would be so grateful if you would take a minute, go on over to iTunes and leave me a review. If you have other stressed out mamas in your life that you feel this podcast could help, take a screenshot of this episode, post it on your Instagram stories and tag me, and let them know that they are not alone and they can create balance in their life too. If there's a topic you'd like me to cover or you just want to connect, DM me on Instagram at mom.wife.career.life or come on over and hang out in our free Facebook community, Work-Life Balance for Working Moms. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Carrie Pat.